As a woman who has successfully transitioned from being heavily masculine into being more feminine, leaned into my femininity while still embracing masculinity with a balance, I'm going to give you 5 simple ways that will make a huge difference, completely change the game when you're trying to unlock your feminine energy or you're trying to tap into your femininity bucket. These are easy, simple, straightforward, but they definitely will help you make that transition smoothly. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. This is another feminine energy type video, and I love these so much because I struggled with these for so long, and whatever I can do to help anyone that's also struggling with this out there, I will definitely do well to share, okay? Being a fine babe, but then not knowing when to relax, when to be a girl, when to settle in, when to just let yourself be, can be really frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes you know that you need to relax in some areas of your life, but you don't actually have the capacity to do so. Sometimes you don't even know that you're being masculine, or you're not letting yourself breathe, or you're not relaxing as a woman, or you're not tapping into your feminine bucket. Sometimes you don't know, and that was exactly me years ago. I didn't know that I was stressing myself way beyond my capacity. I didn't know that I wasn't letting myself breathe. I didn't know that I wasn't relaxing. I didn't know that I wasn't living like a woman. Honestly, it happens to the best of us, or most of us. We're just living and hustling and bustling through life. We're not necessarily being conscious of what we should be doing as women and what we shouldn't be doing as women. We just assume all roles because, you know what, it's life and you're just getting by anyway, right? Not tapping into your feminine bucket is your major issues when it comes to dealing with relationships, life, career, just everything. Realizing that that is your superpower and you could use that to your advantage in most cases in your life. Oh my God, mind-blowing revelation, mind-blowing awareness. You have no idea. There are 5 simple things or 5 simple ways that I'm going to share with you that I consciously had to make the effort to do to get to this point, and I hope it also helps you too. Now, the first thing I would recommend if you're trying to unlock your feminine energy or you're trying to tap into your femininity bucket is to explore feminine archetypes. Now, this is something that I've not really heard a lot of people talk about, but feminine archetypes is a thing. Now, what are feminine archetypes? Honestly, let me tell you what they are to me, because I had to do my research. I really needed to understand the different types of femininity or feminine energy to understand where I fall into. And I'll definitely recommend that you do your research on feminine archetypes because it's different for every girl. In my understanding, feminine archetypes are pretty much different things that represent different feminine experiences. How I am as a girl is different from how the next person is, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you what the different archetypes are. I don't have them top of my head, so I have to read them up. We have the mother, and the mother represents nurturing, care, unconditional love. She embodies fertility, creation, and the protective aspects of femininity. So these are typically the core feminine girl type women, right? Think about a trad wife, you know, a stay-at-home mom, you know, just those women that naturally enjoy being the nurturer, being the homekeeper, the home bearer, you know, fertility, children, home, you know, cooking, cleaning, all that type of things. While we have the maiden. The maiden symbolizes youth, innocence, and potential. She often represents new beginnings, exploration, and the journey of self-discovery. Then we have the crone. The crone signifies wisdom, intuition, and the power that comes with age. Crone often embodies the transformation and acceptance of life cycle. So these are more like the critical thinkers, the people that are more logical, the people that are very analytical, the girls that are very much, you know, cutthroat, straightforward, right? And then we have the lover, represents passion, sensuality, and emotional connection. This archetype emphasizes the importance of relationships and the joy of intimacy. So that, you know, jolly, happy lover girl, you know, the one that loves relationships, friendships, typically has a lot of friends, completely a people person, you know, the one that is always in every function, every birthday, every event. Just think about those type of girls. Like, that's the lover, right? Then we have the warrior, embodies strength, independence, and courage. This archetype challenges traditional gender roles and highlights resilience and empowerment. So think about your feminist, but I wouldn't say an extremist in this case, but more or less like that independent career focused type woman that does not like gender roles, is more, you know, straightforward with certain things, like to do stuff by themselves, very hyper independent, right? And then we have the sage, signifying wisdom, knowledge, and insight. The sage is often a mentor figure who guides others through understanding and spiritual growth. So you want to see someone who pretty much has insight, always has that knowledge, who has that sense, that strong intuition, and is always good with spirituality. I would think about those girls that are pretty much, you know, zodiac crazy. That's just my thought. Honestly, I might be wrong, but based on my research, this is how I categorize these different archetypes, right? Then we have the enchantress. Honestly, this is a tongue twister. I almost bit my tongue there for a second. Represent mystery and the power of attraction. This archetype emphasizes creativity, intuition, and the magical aspects of femininity. So think about your alluring, you know, dark feminine energy type of girls, the ones that are sexy, smoking hot, always has that mysterious, they look like they're going to kill you and can actually kill you type females. Those ones I would think they fall under this archetype. Lastly, we have the heroine. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. Heroine. Look, you know what I'm talking about. The feminine hero, right? A more modern archetype. She embodies bravery and resilience, often embarking on journeys that challenge societal norms and expectations. So these are all the feminine archetypes, and I would definitely encourage that you do your research, explore these different types, and try to categorize yourself. I personally see myself as a mix of the warrior, the enchantress, and the lover. I mean, I could have a little bit of the mother, but I am not a trad wife in any way, and I don't see myself being a trad wife. And I feel like every woman has a little bit of all of these in them. We definitely can relate to each of these in different aspects of our lives, but I resonate more with these three. That's what I would say. I'm a mixture of these three. So why I encourage this as a first step is because when you learn about what your archetype is, you learn also the traits, the characters, what they like, what they do, what they look like, how they dress, how they talk. You learn about that archetype, and that kind of molds you into this woman that you're trying to be. So when you learn about what they do, who they are, how they live, you begin to lean into those, if that makes sense. And that's what has really helped me knowing my archetype, being a warrior, a mixture of a lover and also an enchantress, and mentally and psychologically move like the traits of those archetypes. It's also honestly a fun challenge for yourself when you're trying to learn more about femininity, feminine energy, understanding the different type of feminine energy that we have there and which one you can most relate with. That honestly helps you kickstart your femininity journey. Now, the second thing I'm going to recommend is enhancing your awareness of your body and its pleasures. Now, what this means is cultivating sensuality, understanding a different aspect of you that is not self-care, work, life, relationships related. I've always said this in different aspects, different topics, different videos. You should always have something that makes you tick, something that makes you excited, something that makes you connected with your inner self, that does not involve your daily routine, life and business as usual, human beings, creating and exploring different parts of you, exploring your senses, understanding what truly makes you happy, what fulfills you, how your body works, how you work as a person. Cultivating sensuality helps you tap into that aspect of yourself that you're overlooking. This could be exploring your senses, so maybe with food, with smell, trying out different food just to see what your palate likes, exploring your nose, you know, with fragrances and scent, just to see what your nose likes, what your nose doesn't like. There are a lot of people that use scents in their house or spray perfumes on themselves just because somebody else said it's good or it smells nice, you know, not because you exactly know what you like. That is an aspect of femininity that is so beautiful, gentle, nurturing, caring, soft, that would help you relax. That's an activity that makes you slow down. Now, my third tip is in line to my second tip. When I say cultivate sensuality, I want you to merge that with embracing creativity. That's my third tip. If you really want to slow down as a woman, if you really want to be mindful, if you really want to be present, if you really want to be conscious when you're living life or doing things, you need to step out of the norm. You need to step out of your everyday routine, step out of your 9 to 5, step out of the things that you normally do that they say you should do for life and for living, and have something else that makes you unwind and relax. It could be knitting, sewing, cooking, crafting. It could be anything that makes you use your hands. I've said this many times. You really don't understand how fulfilling that moment would be for you until you find your thing, your personal thing that makes you relaxed and comfortable. When your mind is going in a speed that you cannot have a hold of, you go to that thing and it slows you down. One thing that heavily differentiates us from men is our emotions. How most of us are not able to have our emotions on check. It spirals. Once you start to do all these things, makes you lean into your femininity, you unwind, you slow down, you're able to have a level head, to think, to live, to do, to embrace yourself, to just be you, okay? Look for something creative that you love that will make you tap into you as a person. Like something that makes you feel like a woman. Life doesn't always have to be, you know, birthing another human being. It could just be, you know, having a nice painting, a nice vase, a nice outfit that you made, a nice meal. Now, the fourth thing on my list is something that I really had to push myself to learn and embrace, because I would say that I was a rigid person for a very long time. I didn't know how to tap into this side of me, and this is not because I didn't want to, but honestly because I just put it away as a waste of time, and that made me more masculine. I didn't realize this. I would encourage that you embrace playfulness, like incorporate playfulness in your life. Let there be spontaneous times where you just be a child. Indulge in childlike activities. Make sure that you're having fun, you're letting yourself live. In that moment when you're doing those childish playful things, the amount of joy and peace that you get, honestly, is unmatched. You don't know how freeing it is when you just learn to live. You know, play games, go to the park, go on those childish games, childish rides, do those things that you think, oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this at this age. Do it. When you do those things, become softer, and the goal is to be softer, more relaxed, happy, you know, peaceful, genuinely happy. You give yourself room to express yourself. Be free, be happy, enjoy life, just live life, and stop being tensed and on the edge. When you're in your masculine energy, you're always hyper, you know, you want to calm down from that. You want to come out of that. Learning to be playful is going to always pull you from that. You're going to be detached from that. Now, the fifth and the last thing on my list is to understand the power of emotional decluttering. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but this is something that I coined in my head. Emotional decluttering, because it is essential. As women, honestly, our emotions are always easily triggered. That's what makes us women. When I say emotional declutter, I mean learn to pick your battles. Learn to look at situations and say, this is not worth my time, or I'm not going to let this ruin my day, or this is not even worth my energy. You make sure that you're picking where you put your energy and at what capacity you're putting your energy in those areas. Learning forgiveness, learning to let go of things, being empathetic, always sympathizing with people, trying to put yourself in people's situations and understand that if you were in that situation, you wouldn't like certain things, so you shouldn't do those things to other people. So just being a good human being, in essence. Sometimes you could be a good human being, but your emotions will let you display the opposite, and that's the reason why emotional decluttering helps you, you know, be level-headed. My emotions will not control me, my mood will not control me, people will not control me, situations will not control me. So no matter how hard things are or whatever it is somebody is throwing at me, I have the power to shut it down. You just need to look at situations for what they are and choose what's worth your time and what isn't. Now, that's pretty much everything that I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to have them linked below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to go in. Hey, step it